Hi friends, welcome to the vlog. I just wanted to remind you guys that it's on this trip that I dropped my camera into the ocean, and so I lost the footage of about the first 4 days of this trip. If you want to know how that all happened, you can watch the video that I put out a few months ago. It'll be linked in the description as well as on the screen somewhere. So I did lose all the footage that I took on my camera. However, I took a lot of videos and photos on my phone. So I'm going to be showing you all of that and talking about what we did in the first few days. So thanks for watching and enjoy. Okay, so some context for this trip. My dad is actually from Hong Kong and he invited me to come with him on this trip. So that's my dad to the right of me and his brother, my uncle, and his wife next to him. The first day in Hong Kong, we didn't do much but meet up with my uncle and his wife and eat dim sum. But the next day, we got lunch and then headed to Victoria Harbour, which separates Hong Kong from Hong Kong Island. We wandered around this area and took in the view and later caught the evening light show. To be honest, the light show is kind of anticlimactic, but it's a fun, free experience. The next day, I visited the Western Monastery, which sits a bit up in the mountains in the area we were staying, Tuen Wan. Tuen Wan is actually where my dad grew up, and it isn't near many typically touristy things, so this monastery is not the most accessible, but it was one of my favorite places for that very reason. Anyone can go in, but since it's fairly remote, there was really no one there besides the monks and a couple other visitors. While I was there was some kind of religious ceremony that occurred, and I almost ran into a line of monks marching to drums into the main tower. I had footage of this on my camera, but that's in the ocean now, so you'll just have to imagine it. On my way back from the monastery to the hotel, I stopped at this park called Shingmun Valley Park, and I wandered around that for a bit. It was quite beautiful, but as night fell, the bugs came out and it was impossible to sit and enjoy the park without getting eaten alive, so I didn't spend a ton of time there. The following day was the day I dropped my camera into the ocean, but I didn't know that yet, so we went to lunch with some of my dad's old friends and then to the M Plus Museum to look at some art. And here's me and my dad right before the fateful boat trip on which I lost my camera. I won't go into too much detail here since I've already talked about it in an earlier video, but long story short, we were on this junk boat tour on Victoria Harbour, enjoying the night views, and my camera somehow got unclipped from my bag and fell over the side. Here's me before it fell. Wow, so happy and unaware of the disaster that was about to befall me. And here's me literally as it was happening. You can see the camera bag is unclipped here. And here's me afterward. See, no camera bag. Pretending to be fine while internally screaming. Anyway, the next bits are on my phone because of said lost camera. Okay, it's day 5 in Hong Kong, and I guess you guys won't see anything of what happened before this because something terrible happened yesterday. This section is basically me explaining / complaining about what happened, which we already know, so we're just gonna skip right over that. I actually feel like terrible right now because it's like an irreplaceable loss. So it was a pretty bad day yesterday, but today we're gonna go try to buy a new camera. The footage is gone. That's gone forever. But maybe I can still film the rest of this trip. So, here we go. So I looked around online and I was able to find a Canon camera store in a district called Mongkok. So I went there and found this mall where I wandered around for 20 minutes trying to find the store, but eventually found it, and I found the exact camera that I had had before. I got it, guys. I got the camera and it does have a UK outlet, so that's unnecessary for me, but I still have the charger. You know, costs like 600 USD, but at least I have a camera. No case though, no SD card. Gotta go get those. Still an irreplaceable loss because I lost all those photos and videos still. But at least I have a camera. Does it make me feel better? I guess. Okay, so after I bought the camera, I sat in the store charging it for a while, but I couldn't use it until I found a new SIM card, so then commenced a journey to find where to buy one, which took me to several places that did not have it, but eventually I tracked one down in this crowded market inside a mall. After getting the SIM card, I found a street market and wandered around that for a bit and bought a couple souvenirs. I then had to go meet my dad, so I hopped on the train and I got a new transit card because my last one had been in my camera bag. Okay, and we're back. This is being filmed on my brand new camera that I just bought from the Canon store. I found a SIM card, bought 2 SIM cards because I lost 2. And now I'm meeting my dad to go to the peak, so we're going to take the tram up to the top to see the view of the city. Yeah, I'm on Hong Kong Island right now, not on the mainland anymore. So I guess we'll just have 6 days of this trip vlogged instead of the first 4. Better than nothing, I guess. So the rest of this day at Victoria Peak is going to be in the next video, so thanks for watching and stay tuned for the rest of the vlogs.